Hello everyone. My name is Emily. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another middle grade Monday episode. This is the second for the month, so I'm super excited to tell you about these 5 books. The theme for this video is nonfiction. So nonfiction is really hard for kids, at least what I've found working with kids for the last however many years. And so I make it a priority to read a variety of middle grade nonfiction each year so that I have a good kind of tank of those type of books for kids if they ever need to read one for school or their parents are like, okay, get off your video games and read a book type of thing. So I have 5 here that I have read and loved and I've had students love and read, and so I'm excited to share them with you. The first one is one that I would have never picked up, but I'm glad I did. This is called When Stars Are Scattered by Victoria Jameson and Omar Muhammad. And this is actually a graphic novel. Now, I'm not a huge fan of graphic novels, but I loved this one. I actually listened to it, and the audiobook was wonderful. I have found that with nonfiction, if the parents are okay with it, tandem reading the nonfiction with an audio helps understanding, helps enjoyment, and helps the information from the nonfiction get into kids' brains. It helps my adult brain too, but I have found that that helps nonfiction for kids a little bit. So anyway, the audiobook for this was really good, and we follow this young boy and his little brother who are refugees in Kenya and sort of their life at the refugee camp and how they go to school and their different opportunities that they have within that refugee camp and getting out of the refugee camp and different things like that. So it's a part of the world that I've never been to, I wanted to learn more about, but then it was nonfiction for middle grade, which is just an extra bonus for me. Definitely one that I would recommend to pick up. The next one, crazy enough, also set in Africa, is the Young Readers Edition. That's important when you're looking at nonfiction as well, just FYI. The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind by William Kampwamba and Brian Mealer. Now, this has obviously an adult version and a Netflix movie. I tried reading the adult version. I found it boring. This is much better for my brain. And I've never seen the movie. I haven't seen it yet, I should say. But I have loved this nonfiction. It is wonderful. It's a little bit on the chunkier side, but I just finished it with a 4th grade boy who wants to be a scientist when he grows up. And so I was like, oh my goodness, we have to read this together. We follow this young boy, William, who lives in Malawi during a horrible famine that happened, I want to say early 2000s. And his family was on the verge of starvation. His whole village was on the verge of starvation. He didn't have enough money to attend school, so he had to drop out. But he found refuge in the library. That's a good place to go if you need some place to find refuge. And in the library, he finds books on science and electronics and all of these different things. And he comes up with a way to get electricity and water to his home, but then eventually to his village. And that just leads to great things in William's life. And everyone in his village is like, oh my goodness, he's a crazy boy. And they talk to the parents, why are you letting your son do all this? And the dad's like, it keeps him off the street, type of thing. And anyway, it was just a joy to read. Definitely, there are quite a few young reader editions out for different nonfictions. So definitely keep an eye out for those. But this was a great, great one. This next one, there are probably 200 variations in this series. This was the Who Was series. Now there's the what was and where was. I mean, and you go to the store and there are like 50 bazillion of them. This one is on Princess Diana. I just read it with a 5th grader. They're really good information. They're about 100 pages. Each book is about 100 pages on average, and it just talks about early life and, in this case, her marriage into the royal family and her kids, and then her death and her lasting impact and all her charity work and all those things. And so it's really, really good information. And there are pictures, so it makes the words, the text on the page, a little bit more digestible for younger readers. And I have wanted to read books in this series for a while, so this is my first one that I have ventured into, and it's really good. I'm excited to read more of the who was, what was, where was, that. Yes, y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, next is All 13, The Incredible Cave Rescue of the Thai Boys Soccer Team by Christina Soontornvant. This is absolutely an incredible nonfiction. I listened to it once again. It's about a group of boys who are on the same soccer team in Thailand, and they get stuck in a cave. And it talks about all of the rescue teams and the volunteers and the different government agencies that had to come in, and then the families, and then the boys themselves. And I don't remember this happening, but my mom does, and even my grandma, she's like, I remember that. I showed this in a haul a couple months ago, and like, I remember that. So it was good information that was interesting, but on a really cool topic as well, from a place that a lot of my kiddos here in America have never read about. And so learning about different cultures is always good as well, which I just love. Okay, and then the next one is probably one of my favorite nonfictions middle grade nonfictions that I've ever read. And it is called The Mona Lisa Vanishes. A legendary painter, a shocking heist, and the birth of a global celebrity by Nicholas Day, with the artwork by Brett Hellquist. I think I said that correctly. So this follows the painting of the Mona Lisa that was snatched off the walls of the Louvre Museum in Paris, France in the early 1900s. 1800s? 1800s. 1900s? Oh goodness, when did it happen? Oh, for the love. Anyway, whenever it happened, this is the book about it. And it talks about the heist itself, the painting, but also Leonardo da Vinci and sort of his reputation and how the painting came to be, and just his life. And once she was found, she goes on like this world tour, and that's how she becomes such a famous painting. Before then, she was just, a little painting on the wall of the Louvre. But now everyone, it seems like, knows the Mona Lisa. But it's really cool because it also shows sort of the forensic technology that started here, like fingerprinting. And oh my goodness, there were so many forensic things that we use today that sort of came to be, had their birth during this heist and this investigation. And then I love, let me see if I can find a good one. The artwork. Oh, and of course I can't. Oh, here we go. The artwork is just superb. Where are some other ones? It was just adorable. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. There's a bathtub one. Oh, let me see if I can find it really quick. It's so cute. Anyway, really good. Oh, here it is. Really good information on something that I didn't know a lot about, but I actually had a 8th grader read this recently, last summer, and she read it in a day. She's like, that was amazing. And so I would love this duo to do more. I mean, there are so many different things that they could do and different ways that my teacher brain was like, oh, I could have students go on this path based on this or this path based on this. I love artwork. I love mysteries. I love nonfiction. And this was sort of a combination of all of those. Really, really good information. Okay, so the 5 nonfiction are The Mona Lisa Vanishes, All 13, Who Was Princess Diana, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, and When Stars Are Scattered. Dun, da, da, da. If you have any nonfiction recommendations for middle grade, please leave them below. All of these books will be linked in the description box. Go ahead and check those out if you are interested in them. And then please let's chat in the comments. I love to hear your thoughts. If you've read any of these, if you have any others that you think I might like, please let me know. I'm loving just the positivity and the happiness. Thank you so much for everything, and I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.